In the crowded landscape of romantic comedies, Worth the Wait attempts to carve out space by weaving together the lives of multiple Asian American characters navigating love, grief, and second chances. Set against the rain-drizzled backdrop of Seattle, the film follows four couples whose paths intersect in ways both serendipitous and strained. There's Teresa and Nathan, a married couple grappling with the aftermath of a miscarriage, Kai and Leah, whose whirlwind romance is tested by an impending long-distance separation, Amanda and Scott, ex-lovers forced to collaborate on a film project. And Blake and Riley, high school sweethearts hiding their relationship from Riley's overbearing uncle, Curtis. What begins as a mosaic of disconnected struggles gradually reveals subtle threads tying their stories together, a missed connection here, a shared location there, painting a portrait of a community bound by quiet, everyday battles. The ensemble format, reminiscent of classics like Love Actually, is both the film's greatest ambition and its Achilles heel. Director Tom Lin juggles multiple narratives with varying degrees of success, often sacrificing depth for breadth. The most compelling thread belongs to Leah, Lana Condor, and Kai, Ross Butler, whose chemistry crackles even through the pixelated glow of video calls. Condor, a rom-com veteran, infuses Leah with a sharp wit and vulnerability, while Butler's easy charm makes their transcontinental relationship feel both aspirational and achingly relatable. Their storyline, a modern take on love in the age of flight notifications and Wi-Fi dropouts, captures the bittersweet tension between commitment and independence. A scene where Leah tearfully confesses her fears of stagnation while Kai scrolls through time zones on his phone is a standout, blending humor and heartache with genuine authenticity. Equally engaging is the subplot involving Blake, Ricky He, and Riley, Olifumiko Whitney, whose teenage romance is equal parts awkward and endearing. His performance is a revelation, balancing slapstick comedy, a disastrous prom proposal involving a rooftop tumble, with moments of surprising emotional maturity. His dynamic with Sung Kang's Curtis, Riley's gruff yet tender-hearted uncle, adds depth to what could have been a one-note authoritarian figure. Kang, best known for his fast and furious roles, steals every scene he's in, whether he's polishing his beloved car, a nod that feels more nostalgic than pandering, or begrudgingly softening his stance on young love. Their interactions, though sparse, hint at a richer backstory the film never fully explores, leaving viewers wanting more of their unlikely bond. Where Worth the Wait stumbles is in its handling of heavier themes. Teresa, Karina Karyan Lam, and Nathan's Osric Chow journey through grief after losing their child is admirably earnest but tonally dissonant amidst the lighter arcs. Lam and Chow deliver grounded performances, particularly in a silent scene where they wordlessly dismantle a nursery, their shared pain palpable. Yet their storyline often feels like an intrusion, its rawness clashing with the film's otherwise breezy rhythm. Similarly, Amanda, Elodie Young, and Scott's Andrew Koji rekindled romance suffers from underdevelopment. Young smolders with a movie star magnetism, and Koji brings a brooding intensity, but their history is reduced to cryptic glances and half-explained grievances. A subplot involving on-set tension and creative differences could have added texture, but it's rushed through in favor of tying up neater narrative bows. The film's structure, which hopscotches between couples, exacerbates these imbalances. Just as a storyline gains momentum, the perspective shifts, leaving emotional arcs fragmented. Teresa and Nathan disappear for stretches, only to resurface with abrupt confrontations that lack catharsis. Amanda and Scott's reconciliation, meanwhile, hinges on a montage of rehearsals that gloss over their chemistry. This choppiness undermines the ensemble's potential, making the intersections between characters, a shared ride here, a hospital waiting room there, feel more like contrivances than organic overlaps. Yet for all its narrative stumbles, Worth the Wait shines in its quieter, character-driven moments. A scene where Curtis reluctantly bonds with Blake over car repairs reveals layers of guarded warmth, while Leah's playful banter with an elderly patient at her clinic adds levity without veering into caricature. The dialogue, though occasionally clunky, avoids the saccharine traps of lesser rom-coms, opting for wry humor over grand declarations. When Blake tells Riley, "I don't need a prom king crown to know I lucked out," the line lands not because it's poetic, but because it's disarmingly genuine. Visually, the film embraces Seattle's moody aesthetic, with misty streets and cozy coffee shops serving as a fitting backdrop for stories of connection and isolation. Cinematographer Michael Fimagnari's use of soft, diffused lighting during intimate scenes, a shared umbrella, a hospital bedside, lends a tactile warmth to the drama. However, the direction often plays it safe, favoring conventional framing over visual innovation. A notable exception is a long take following Kai through Kuala Lumpur's bustling night markets, the camera weaving through crowds as he searches for a Wi-Fi signal to call Leah. It's a fleeting moment of kinetic energy in an otherwise subdued visual palette. The score, a blend of acoustic melodies and ambient synth, mirrors the film's tonal duality. Gentle guitar strums underscore tender moments, while discordant electronic pulses hint at underlying tensions. Yet the music rarely elevates the material, functioning more as atmospheric filler than emotional catalyst. A missed opportunity arises during Teresa and Nathan's climactic argument, where a swell of strings could have amplified the scene's rawness. Instead, the soundtrack retreats, leaving the actors to shoulder the weight alone. Where Worth the Wait ultimately lands is as a mixed bag of earnest intentions and missed potential. Its Asian American focus is refreshing, normalizing diverse faces and experiences without exoticizing them. A teenage couple's prom drama or a grieving mother's struggle aren't framed as cultural novelties, but universal human experiences. Yet the film stops short of digging deeper into its characters' cultural specificities, opting for broad strokes over nuanced exploration. A throwaway line about Teresa's mother, King Huatan, criticizing her daughter's life choices hints at generational divides, but the thread is dropped as quickly as it's introduced. For all its flaws, there's an undeniable charm to the film's low-stakes sincerity. It doesn't aspire to reinvent the rom-com wheel, content instead to offer a cozy, if forgettable, escape. The cast's collective charisma elevates material that might otherwise flatline, particularly Condor's razor-sharp timing and his affable goofiness. Even when the plot meanders, their presence keeps the watchability factor high. In the end, Worth the Wait lives up to its title only in parts. The wait, for Leah and Kai's next call, for Blake and Riley's stolen moments, feels worthwhile in threads that click. But too often, the payoff doesn't justify the build-up, leaving emotional arcs half-baked and connections feeling incidental. It's a film that works best when viewed as a sampler platter of romantic vignettes, some flavorful, others undercooked. For viewers seeking undemanding comfort viewing with representation that feels both fresh and familiar, it's a passable diversion. For those craving depth or innovation, the wait continues. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date with all my movie reviews and movie analysis. I always appreciate your time, and I hope to see you in my next video.